entertaining, but at the same time deeply inspiring.
Absolutely.
This is a topic that I think we all have some sort of exposure to, but the manner in which it's been brought alive as a dramatic telling, I think makes it something that I think is going to be a conversation driver. It's going to be talked about, not just in India, but globally. So,
Correct.
23rd of February, all over the world, and I cannot wait to bring this to our customers.
It's too late. You can't do this sitting right next to you. It's the 15th and you're asking me to wait. I will wait because Alia, we have no choice at this point. But my question, of course, is to you now I'm sorry, I will do this all over again, okay? Actor, entrepreneur.
You have to stop. You're just like troubling me now.
No, but here's my question to you. I would love to know your thoughts and vision as a producer and an EP for Poacher.
My thoughts.
Vision?
My vision? My vision? The vision is there. It's in front of us. I would say my feelings, my emotions, my excitement for the world to see it. The vision, actually, I would say collectively for the team, and a moment for Amazon here, just because they are such a fabulous platform. They give that reach to a show like Poacher. From the very beginning, the first time we all got onto a marketing call, the feeling was, yaar, just go genuine, just go real. The show will do its talking. ऐसे marketing करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है ऐसे. Just let the content do the talking, and it's doing it. I think you just call me like I can be this green mascot for y'all right now to just say this louder and louder. But Poacher is out in the world on the 23rd of Feb, and the vision is out there for the world to see.
Thank you. Thank you so much for adding your weight, your voice, and your love to that. That brings me to Manish. Hi, Manish. How are you doing? Well, I want to ask you, when Richie first came to you with Poacher, you kind of briefly mentioned in the start, but let's go to that. How did Prime Video actually get associated?
So before I get to the how, I want to tell you the why, okay? Our appetite for this scrumptious dish called Poacher comes from 4 very simple but very important ingredients. There's one Emmy award-winning, one portion of an Emmy award-winning director, one portion of an Oscar-winning production company, one portion of a national award-winning executive producer, and a very, very, very generous portion of the stellar star cast that we have in the cast and crew.
Wow.
Like, that's really what, and why, this is something that we're so excited about. So it was a no-brainer. It was not something that all of us had to put too much of a mind to. It really was a no-brainer. Now let me come to the how. We call ourselves story chasers. We can do anything and everything to chase good stories. This is about a year ago in London, exactly a year ago in London. I had a really short window to meet Richie in this neighborhood called Shoreditch. And because I had to get all the way across London through that traffic, at a particular time, I managed to get to him 2 tubes journeys and 2 bus journeys later, and I met Richie. And then, we had this long conversation, a really heartwarming breakfast, and then we just knew that this is something that had to be done. And so I think that was the first thing that we did. The second was, I would believe, our conversation with Ray and Sean, who are the producers of the show. It's not just about Amazon selecting a show like Poacher, but I think it's also the producers selecting a platform and a service like Amazon. And I think there are a few things that worked for both of us and why this is such a beautiful marriage of sorts. We've been doing this for now about 8 years in this country. We serve content in 10 languages. We've been the first ones to go deep into this country, penetrate with all these languages, films, shows, and taking all this content globally, right? So the discussions initially were a lot around how do we take a multilingual show and give it all its worth? And that's really where we came in. So we had a fantastic creator, and as a service, what we could do to it, not just in India and take it deep into India and globally, was really what really brought, this whole thing together. I think the show again is, is very engaging. It's a relatable show about human emotions. That's all the things that I have to say. I have a lot more, but more stories for some other time.
Well, thank you each of you for being so kind and patient with your answers to my somewhat obvious questions, but we must, because the passion that you've carried for so many months with this project needs to be translated to the audiences here. And having said that, it's time for our wonderful friends from the media to pose questions. As you might already know, there are questions coming in, and we're going to take names of the journalists who've already sent in their questions. They're, of course, right here with us, starting with from Kochi, Manorama Vishnu Prasad. Hi. I hope you have a mic with you. Do me a favor, would you please kindly direct your question to one person on the panel? Thank you.
Hi Alia, I'm Vishnu. Most people are not aware about the incident that occurred in 2015, but it deeply affected the state of Kerala. It shook up the government, the authorities. I'm delighted that the show will bring this compelling narrative to the audience worldwide. How do you feel about supporting this authentic, locally rooted story?
How do you feel about supporting this story? He's representing the state where the story is based, said it really deeply affected the people of the state. So how do you feel bringing this story to the audiences, Alia? Yes, this is for Alia.
Oh, how do I feel supporting? I think the same way you feel right now asking me this question, the way it impacted you or the people of Kerala because of, you all were in the thick of it. Everybody was aware at that time. When I watched it, I was perhaps not aware, but it still deeply impacted me. And I don't think I say this, I'm not saying this just because I'm here sitting on the stage, but it really, really leaves an impact. And you really think about it, and I was in tears, and I was smiling, and I was entertained, and I was scared, and I was thrilled, and I was, all the things put together. But supporting a story like this, I think for us as an audience is really important. But I think I really want to thank Rishi for bringing us this story and for putting this together. Just the way you caught on to that one moment when it was sent to you while you were doing something else for Google, and this came to you, and you said, okay, no, this is something that I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell this story. I think there's a lot of genuineness in it, there's a lot of heart in it, and that really comes across when you see the show.
Thank you so much for your question, and thank you for that answer. Our next question will continue to you, Alia, and that is from Shravan Shah. The mic will come to you, Shravan.
Hi, guys. Love the trailer. It's like Rohini said, it gives you goosebumps and it leaves you shocked. Alia, my question to you is, of course, like you answered, that it does give you goosebumps. But what is that one thing that drew you most towards the project?
What drew you most towards the project?
The one thing, it's really hard to say genuinely, and I'm not just being like cute with my answer, because there is so much. For starters, the performances, which I spoke a little bit about, but Nimisha, Roshan and Divyendu sir are just fantastic. I mean, forever fans. I'm forever a fan of all of them because what they brought to their characters, it's about the overarching, of course, crime that is going through the show, and that's that's just taking you through all the 8 episodes, but you're also going deeper into their life, which is so enriching, so interesting, so emotional. There are beautiful moments that each of the characters have, which I can right now think, oh, I'm not going to say it because it'll be giving too many moments away. Like, there's this one scene, I won't say too much, okay? But there's this one scene that Roshan has, can I say with his son? Okay, yeah, with his son, which is beautiful. Now, when you watch it, you'll know what I mean. There's this one shot that Nimisha gives at the end, which I was like really shaking. And there's this one scene that Divyendu sir has with his, can I say niece? Yeah, with his niece, which is again so beautiful. Now these are one scenes, but I'm just bringing it up because I know for a fact, like when my sister and I exchanged notes, those were the scenes that really, propped us out to us. The way you see in the end of the trailer, for example, how you saw each and every animal, that's something every time I see the trailer, I get goosebumps. Every time you see an animal in the show, that is, by the way, purely visual effects, you're so enamored. The perspective with which Richie has told this story, the narrative, you really feel like the other in the story. And just the beats, just the drama, just the everything. So yeah, just not one thing, there are too many things. Now I'm going to stop talking, just watch the show.
Thank you, Shravan, for that question. Thank you, Alia, for the answer. Our next question comes from Neetu Singh, representing Dainik Bhaskar. I hope she's in the room. And her question is to Richie.
Hi Richie, नीतू सिंह फ्रॉम दैनिक भास्कर. पहले तो ट्रेलर बहुत अच्छा है, टॉपिक बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत ज़रूरी है सोसाइटी में इस तरह की कहानी बताना, बिकॉज एनिमल्स पे कोई बात नहीं करता, स्मगलिंग उनकी तस्करी पे कोई बात नहीं करता. आप बहुत अच्छा टॉपिक लेकर आए हैं. मेरा सवाल आपसे यही है कि पहले दिल्ली क्राइम, उसके बाद ये पोचर जैसा इम्पॉर्टेंट इशू क्रिएट करना, क्या आप सच्ची कहानियों से कितना इंस्पायर होते हैं और ये क्यों ज़रूरी लगता है कि आपको ऐसी सीरीज़ बनानी चाहिए?
Thank you very much. The short answer is I generally am drawn to true stories. I think truth is stranger than fiction. And I think fictionalized dramatization of true stories is in fact the most truthful way